Hi, it's Carter, the president of the Constitutional Rights PAC. Here we go again, constitutionalrightspac.com. Go there, subscribe to the free newsletter you get every single morning. It has all the news you need and it knows what's going on in the world. Plus, in the afternoon, you get my own special insiders report. Private email to you. Sometimes it's clues, views. Sometimes it's a daily update. It's a postcast update. It varies, but it's the inside scoop, and it's my personal report to you. So go there, constitutionalrightspac.com. Now let me get to it. The point I want to make today, as you can see, I'm in my living room. I want to suggest, okay, tuck this way in your mind, as a suggestion of what may happen and may well be, in my opinion, the Democrat Party's only salvation from the toxic Joe Biden debacle they have created. Okay, remember, they created this. They knew the man was brain dead when they put him in the presidency, stole the election, and they covered it up for the past almost 4 years now. Very effectively, very well done. That vile little press secretary woman with the fright wig on telling us, well, he's more energetic than I am, and he's more vigorous. Please, remember when she said that? Please. That's just duplicitous. And the woman should be ashamed the rest of her life, but of course she won't be. She'll go on to be a commentator on MSNBC or CNN. But nonetheless, the Democrats' dilemma at this point. Here's what I'm predicting. Okay, I'm going to make this prediction now, short and sweet. Biden is not going to resign. Okay, he doesn't want to go down in disgrace. Biden has been driven throughout his whole life. I know his political career because I was there when he first came to when he was in the Senate, by pride, okay, hubris. All he ever cared about was how Joe Biden looked to other people. That's what he is. He's an empty shell who looks around for approval and praise. So to resign would be just not the way he wants to go out. But I think he's going to make an agreement that he's not going to run. You'll get the announcement. I did not choose to run for the sake of my family. With politicians, it's always the sake from their family, for the sake of their family. Even if, as many times the case, remember, I worked with these people in Washington, in the U.S. Senate at the highest possible level. Most of them have total disdain for their family, but nonetheless, they'll resign for the sake of his family. The magic words they always use. But he wants to stay in until the election, then they can have their big nominating convention and probably drag out Gavin Newsom, who's the lizard man. Or the alternative, which I believe you may see, there's one man they can turn to who actually can rescue the Democratic Party, I believe, and he'd be an incredibly formidable candidate. I can sum it up for you in 4 words. I'll show you. There's on my computer screen, if you can see him. Okay. That is 4 words of Robert Francis Kennedy Jr. Okay. The man's very articulate. He's got that voice problem, but you can overlook that. He's right on a lot of the issues, particularly foreign policy and the surveillance state, the turning the United States into just a fascist state, which we have seen more and more of over the past 4 years. Kennedy is going to fight that tooth and nail. He's going to fight the bureaucracy. He's going to cut the bureaucracy. And, on a lot of his domestic policy, there's a tremendous agreement with those of us on the right, with the MAGA Republicans. Foreign policy says there's no excuse for having 800 bases around the world. No excuse for continuing to send young Ukrainians into a meat grinder to their death like we've already done. And we did it. The United States did it. Toxic Joe Biden caused that war in the Ukraine, and he is the one who has continued it with 600,000 young Ukrainians now dead, entire generation wiped out. Robert Francis Kennedy Jr. going to end that thing in a heartbeat, okay? And right across the board on foreign policy, he's not big on NATO. He wants to make our nation a manufacturing hub again instead of just a bunch of damn warehouses, which is all we've become. And so, if the Democrats turn to Robert Francis Kennedy Jr., mark my words, it's going to be a hell of a fight in this campaign, and probably a good, honest fight, which would be a real change of pace, for American politics in recent years. So let's see what happens. But that's my prediction. Biden stays in till the end of his term. They're playing with toys in the Oval Office or whatever he ends up doing. And I think you may, if the Democrats have any brain cells left, we know Biden does, but if the rest of them do, we may see Robert F. Kennedy as the nominee, and that would create a heck of a matchup, and one that I think would be historic. I think it would be honest and fair for a change, and I think America would come out ahead. Frankly, I'm just giving you my opinion, whoever wins, okay? So let's stay in this fight. Let's fight for our man, of course, Donald Trump. Stay strong.